is my climate. I hate being cold. And they have giant fucking spiders. And I think that's really cool.
A giant...
Excuse me?
Right.
Excuse me?
Dude,
I want to go to Australia for the giant spiders. Those spoders, dude. I love them.
Welcome, everybody, to the Effin Pure Podcast. This is episode 29. It will be 29 because the escapade yesterday. So, yeah, does something feel weird to you? What are you doing talking to the mic?
I was thinking.
What?
Something's a little different.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh. We're missing
Oh.
a thing.
Why are you sitting there, bro?
Why are you sitting there?
Yeah, that's a good
Why
point.
do I have a hat on this time?
Yeah, that's my thing. Anyways, we don't know why, but we do know this. Sebastian had a glorious idea to get to know us personally at another level. So we are going to interview the cast of Effin Pure. The cast. Interview us. So and next up, and our victim today is going to be Kourtnie. And yeah, so she's not sitting here now, but she is directly behind the cameras, waiting to be introduced.
So let's introduce her.
Introduce her. All right, let me get my little script out here.
Oh, you rewrote a script?
Yeah, just
A
took
nice,
me 30
a nice
seconds.
intro?
Yeah, it's pretty
Solid.
short and simple because they already know her. So now I wanted to welcome our very own. She's 1/3 of the Effin Pure Podcast. She's the anchor and our rock,
The brains.
Johnson. And also my girlfriend, as I say every podcast. Kourtnie, my girlfriend Hitchcock. Yeah.
Dude,
Welcome.
that hurt.
Thank you.
Fucking
hurt.
leg is red.
I didn't think you guys were going to clap for a second.
No, yeah, definitely.
I
Had
was
to
gonna
clap for you. We wouldn't just let you walk out all silent like Kourtnie Hitchcock.
That's what I would do.
And just stare at her.
Just watch you sit down quietly.
So this is I think this is an interesting idea. I think doing this is something that I don't know. Did any other podcasts do shit like this? They probably do.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But for those who have listened to us for a very long time, because we've been doing it for like a year and a half at this point, newly to YouTube, we wanted to kind of get a more in-depth look into each of us. So Sebastian will be next. We'll have another podcast before then. We'll do the Bitcoin one. And then the one last but not least, your boy Marcus. Me.
Sebastian will be next, but then it'll be me.
Earlier you said
The
he was
best.
saving the best for last.
I just said that.
Oh,
God, my leg is...
So we
rude.
have basically compiled questions, me and Sebastian collectively, to ask Kourtnie, knowing who she is already. We kind of compile these questions to ask her to get a better depth into who she is, and just for entertainment. So,
Well, for anyone who may listen regularly, like you said, who may want a different view as to who we are and have a better understanding as to who we are, maybe that's at least the questions I came up with. I thought were good ones in that regard. That they would kind of like just to increase the opinion they have on us.
Yeah, I agree, and I think doing this way, like the kind of questions we're asking are just another level to who she is, and we kind of already know like some of the answers, but not all of them, I would say. I mean, another thing is too, people have also like commented how she doesn't talk very much, like how we don't give her room to talk.
Yeah, because we're like we asked her a question, she'd be like, well, I think, or she'd be like, well, anyways.
You know what? Never mind.
Oh, I actually have something to say anyways.
So at this point, we're going to give her the floor and give her an opportunity to actually have time to talk. And we're going to be listening to her, active listening. And this is something that we need to do. So, yeah. So before we start asking our questions, what are you anticipating?
I have no clue.
Yeah, we didn't give her. I did cheat. I showed her one question.
He did show me one.
What? Okay.
And it
Why?
was like,
But it wasn't like a
right.
bad one. It was like kind of a basic one because I
Okay.
wanted to kind of organize them in a way where it gets more. There's more levels to it, to the answers. The more,
so
more
the
we
one
go.
that I saw, which level was that?
It was like, I would say, top, like not like. What do you mean, like service level?
Like one being like
I mean, they're all
the
pretty
first
deep,
level,
honestly.
5 being
No. I don't know. No. I don't think any of my questions are deep.
I mean, yeah, one of them is.
Oh yeah, well that's
the one I'm gonna actually ask
well,
you.
anyways,
Now, we're gonna say that
I don't
for
want
the
you to
end.
think about that one too
Not
much.
yet.
Yeah.
That's way at the end, so don't worry about that
Well,
yet.
did you have before we start throwing these questions at you? Did you have anything you wanted to say to kind of introduce yourself or anything
Right.
like that?
Not really.
Perfect. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it, guys.
I'm Kourtnie. You guys have seen me on here plenty of times.
Right.
How does it feel to be in the hot seat, though?
It feels.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
I like this spot, honestly. But I mean, it's not much different. It's just a different area.
Right. You're just in a different area, and the topic
couch.
is instead of having a topic that we all three discussed, you're the topic.
Yeah, basically. You know what's funny though is
Gross.
those who have. So I can relate some of these questions to our 100 questions or less podcast that we did.
Oh,
It was. I don't know if you can see it, but there are a deck of cards right there called Our Moments. They're mainly for couples, it says, but you can use it in a general, conversation with friends and whatever. So that was that was a fun one, but it was all of us. We were answering these different types of deep intellectual questions because, like I said before, we're intellectual. I also own a BMW, so whatever. It is what it is.
Shut
That's just gonna be my thing. I'm just gonna keep.
Just keep mentioning that you have a BMW.
Yeah, just become an asshole, a pretentious asshole. That's what I'm looking for.
Become.
What do you say? I am one.
No, you're going to continue to perfect that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flourish.
yeah. I'm slowly going to evolve over time. Over the more podcasts we do, the more of an asshole I will become, or pretentious, as you know.
Hey, I'm glad that we didn't do this yet. I have to point out that something that we haven't done yet. You did not turn on our lights.
The light.
Oh, wow.
Why did we not discuss this yet? Oh,
'Cause we were
probably
too
because
busy-
of yesterday too, though.
Yeah,
We talked about it
We were too busy
yesterday.
playing hand slaps
Yeah.
before the podcast started.
But this is new.
We did technically introduce it. Okay, so backtrack a bit. We did a podcast yesterday, technically, with my dad on Bitcoin. We're gonna have to redo it because the sound got all fucked up, and that it was a whole escapade. I don't want to get into it, but we're gonna be releasing a Bitcoin podcast. And for those who are interested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, that will be a very educational one and more. It's not going to be as lighthearted as we typically are, but we're still going to put our spices into it and throw some a little flair at who we are.
Spices.
I don't know why I said spices. I don't know,
Like
like
a
when
little spice.
I feel like I'm under the lights. It just feels more official to me. So I'm just like, what should I say? Should I say something right? I don't know what I should say.
You should always say something wrong. Just say what you gotta say, man.
Well, let's go ahead and start
Yeah,
before
let's
we
get into
ramble
this.
too long.
Let's get into this.
So since I have, you broke it. Just don't fuck with it. Anyways.
I can't help it.
So what we're gonna do here is, since I have written more questions, so I'm gonna start off first, and then we'll kind of go back and forth, and then we'll hold off. We'll do the first two back and forth, and then I'll answer a couple in a row just to so we're even, and then we'll just go from there.
All right, let's just go.
Okay, so in the pick of the bunch here, I'm gonna start off pretty simple.
You should go in order so you don't lose track.
No, I'll just erase it. So.
Okay, that's good.
The first question for you, Kourtnie, is: if money was not a factor, where would you live?
Australia,
Why?
because I like it.
Any
I've
other
never
reasons?
been there. Honestly, it sounds probably like they're going.
There's shit going on in Australia right now, right? You don't
Like
want to
what?
go there.
Like what?
There's fucking people getting shot and shit, and it's all fucked up.
Even
With gun
better.
laws there,
Like,
it's fucking
sounds like
fucked
there's
up.
people getting shot here too.
No, it's like really bad there. Like people can't even
don't
leave
know.
Australia right now.
Is it because of the pandemic?
No, it's
What exactly
I don't
is it?
look.
Like
I don't know too much. Don't ask me all these questions because
Don't tell
if
me
you
that.
want to know what's going on in Australia, go Google it. But there's some fucked up shit happening in there, and you don't want to go there. So if you were to pick
Okay.
another place,
Well,
where would you go?
let me justify why.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Australia has better weather than we do. Probably it's warm all the time,
Yeah.
which is my climate. I hate being cold, and they have giant fucking spiders, and I think that's really cool.
Giant.
Excuse me?
Right.
Excuse me?
Dude,
I
like,
want to go to Australia for the giant spiders. Those
Literally.
spoders, dude. I
Yeah.
love them.
I do.
What?
I like spiders.
she told me that before, and I was like, what?
That is crazy.
That's
That's honestly crazy.
fucking
I gotta
psychotic
take
to
the
me.
sweater off, by the way.
Yeah, it's fucking hot, bro. These lights
cooking.
warm you up.
Yeah, you guys are like sweating.
Dude,
I thought I was in the hot
I'm
seat.
nervous. I
Nobody look.
don't know what you're gonna say.
So second, honestly, I would want to go somewhere that has free healthcare and free
A
college.
lot of countries have free healthcare, to be honest with
and
you.
free college and there's one place that's like the happiest place in the world, like statistically speaking.
Oh,
I think it's
Is it
New Zealand? I think.
No. I think it's Norway.
Iceland?
I thought it was Norway.
Maybe Norway. Yeah, they have like a 36-hour work week,
Right.
and they have
The pay is higher.
the pay is good.
They
free healthcare.
men and women both get maternity leave
Yeah.
in like long periods of time. I mean, that's just to name a couple off the list. I mean,
but
there's
it's
so
probably
many.
cold there, so that's off
Yeah.
the list.
Yeah. So if you were to answer it, just we'll move on because we got a lot of questions
Just
for
somewhere
you.
warm,
Okay, so you
somewhere
didn't really
Somewhere
answer it.
cozy.
Somewhere
With
with
huge
peace.
spoders.
with a better
With huge spoders.
government.
Yeah.
I feel that. Where you feel more comfortable with the government itself, where you don't
Yeah.
feel like they have this negative agenda.
Yes.
I feel that.
Yes.
For sure. Okay. Next question, guys. Sebastian, you're up. You're up the bat.
So apart from your current position as a retail agent, which by the way, anyone who's watching,
He's a real estate agent.
if you're in Central Ohio and would like to buy a home,
Down my cards.
reach out to our girl Kourtnie
Kourtnie.
Hitchcock here because she will hook you up.
I should post a card on the screen.
Yeah, on the fucking do that. But apart from your current job doing that, and maybe even this podcast or whatever, like what exactly is your like true passion? Because you do a lot. Like I know you dabbled in like making clothing. You like you do art. You like mess around with your keyboard from time to time. You have a lot of cool hobbies. I was just curious, as like what is your true passion?
It's like shit that I really don't know for myself. I like creating things, and I like helping people. So if I could find something that crosses in between those two that makes enough money for me to live on, that's what I would want to do.
So basically, like an artist, maybe.
No, I want to help. I want to help people.
Art helps people. Anything creative, in my opinion, helps people. Like music or even art, or
Well, I've always wanted to be like an entrepreneur. Basically.
Yeah, you've always wanted to be your own boss. Right?
Yeah,
Right.
I do. That's like something that.
So basically, her
more
answer is real
important.
estate agent.
Well, this is going to get me into that path, because what I really want to do with real estate is learn the market and learn how all this shit works, and then own real estate of my own, so I can
just make money on money.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, owning real estate is the best way to make a lot of money.
Yeah,
For
well,
the average person that doesn't have like a special
having
talent.
land and owning an asset, and then also creating an income from the asset, because what I want to do is buy the houses, own them, and then rent them out, and then that's money that I can have until I decide to
Right.
gain some capital and sell them outright.
Now, owning an apartment complex is big
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to have a huge
You
loan,
could,
but
a lot of people start with duplexes because you
Right.
want to start off small, and then you can work your way up. But I could buy a duplex, live in one side of it, and then rent out the other side, and basically live for free, because I'm going to charge
Right.
them the rent for the whole thing.
Well, I was gonna say, Crystal actually works with a guy who was like offered us a duplex room that he owns.
Really?
And he says he makes awesome money.
I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
and
which
it's
I-
really not that hard to get into.
No, I mean, I couldn't do that now because me and Marcus were together, and he'd be mad at me for living without him
Right.
for longer.
But she's
than
already
we
moved
have.
out before,
Yeah,
so it's not
but-
like it's not new.
But I mean, it's still very plausible to do, especially. And why I wanted to get into real estate so much was so that I can learn about this shit and have like hands-on experience and knowledge. And I just want to network and know as much as I can, make decisions based off of that information.
Right.
So
yeah.
No, I think it's a good answer. I mean, you just want to be an entrepreneur and you want to
Yeah.
change people for the better.
yeah, I want to help.
As I think you should have those type of goals.
Yeah.
Like any person, honestly, to be honest with you, strive to do better and not always work for the man, because the man sucks ass.
I'll be
Fuck the man.
fucking sucking the man's dick for until I die, until I'm dead.
Oh man, Jesus. Anyways, next question. Was it you? Okay, so on me. I'm trying to decipher which one I should do. I'm gonna give you another easy one, I guess. But it's a would you rather?
Is it a math question?
Yeah.
The
What's
hard one?
2 + 3?
5.
Incorrect. It's 6. And
Math
I'll
isn't
explain
even
why.
really real.
I'll
It's
explain
true.
why.
Why?
No. Okay. So my real question is: would you rather be unique or understood?
Oh, what the hell? What kind of question is that?
Would you rather be unique or understood? It's very out there.
I don't even really.
And for those who are listening, what would you rather be?
Yeah, comment.
Yeah, do something with your life.
We won't read it, but
I have a
let us know.
question.
I'll read it. I swear.
Do you guys know the answers to these questions
Absolutely not.
for yourselves?
Honestly,
Well, it's
yeah.
not about us today.
It's not about us. You can look when we're up. You can give us all the bullshit, all the hard questions you want. But you were the
Okay.
first one up, and you
Okay.
agreed.
Okay.
Would you rather be unique to who you are or just actually understood?
Probably unique.
Unique?
I'd rather be unique than understood.
Yeah, I think I honestly lean more to unique as well, just because being understood is always
Sounds boring.
Who cares what people think about you or understand
Well,
about you? You know
how
what I
could
mean?
I ever explain myself if I'm already understood?
Wait, what?
What? Exactly.
Boom.
Unique.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I
Go
think
ahead.
understood is boring, really. I mean,
Yeah.
and how can you even define whether or not you truly understand someone? I mean,
Right. What
yeah,
does
I
that
don't
even mean?
Yeah, you know,
I don't know, like how you know, like how my body language is when I'm irritated, or like I feel like you understand.
I do.
We
Yeah.
understand each other more because we've been together as the amount of time we have been. Like you probably understand Crystal, you know what I mean, a lot, and know how she is and how she ticks, and probably vice versa.
Honestly, there's
She
a lot.
doesn't
There's a
tick.
lot that I still don't understand about her. Even
Well,
though
yeah.
I've known her as long as I have, like there are times where I'm like, why are you like? Sometimes it's the same questions that I ask myself. I'm like, why am I overreacting? Like, why am I acting this way? Why did I react to that situation the way I did? And same thing happens with her. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what's going through your mind? You know. And so I don't know if it's even really possible to truly understand someone. You can connect and maybe try to,
Right.
you know, I don't know, kind of get where they're coming from, but to truly understand what they're thinking or why they feel that way is really hard to do.
I 100% agree. I don't think you can ever really understand. That's why the question was very it was unrealistic, honestly. But if there was an option to have either or, I think I would choose unique as well, because I really like. I feel like most people don't want to be this. I feel like everyone's unique in their own way.
Yeah.
You know, as people are naturally, but I think you know you don't want to form into a crowd. At least me, mentally, you know, with other trends and shit like that. We've always been, you know, anti that shit, you know, for the most part. You know what I mean?
I fucking hate trends, man.
By the way, I watched Squid Games before it got big. So, in your face. We both did. So, we're not trend hoppers. We actually recommended it to our friends before it got famous on TikTok.
Bravo.
I'm a beast,
Is
bro.
it?
You are, not only do you own BMW, but you watch Squid Games first.
I
That
actually
is awesome.
made Squid Games. He's just taking credit for my shit.
He was in
I'm just
it.
kidding. No disrespect.
Marcus was in it.
I was in it because I'm part Korean.
I wish you had played the Pakistani guy that.
Dude, I was.
If you could,
did you finish
just-
it?
Yeah.
Oh no! For spoilers, the Indian guy dies, but I was kind of sad when he died.
You
bro.
know
I
the
was fucked
doctor,
up.
the doctor who like helped him and like worked on the. He was the guy who wrote the show,
Oh, that was the director,
Yeah.
the writer.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting.
and he'd been
Okay.
writing that shit apparently since like 2008.
2008. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Did
know.
we talk about that?
No, we didn't talk about this. Well, not on the podcast at least, but no, it's just funny too because it's just crazy how it made me. It's kind of transformed me into watching more, you know,
Korean films.
Korean films.
Yeah.
Well, the one Alice in Borderland we just finished, which is actually pretty good. It's on Netflix and it's a Japanese made film. But see, I'm the kind of guy that watches the dub voices. I will watch
hate
the
it.
English
I can't-
dub.
I can't do it.
And
You wanna
I don't want to
read
read.
subtitles?
I don't want to read while
It's
watching
because
something. I'd rather read a
Ga-
book.
for two reasons. For one, Gary had an awesome point, and it's true.
Okay.
And this, you can't really hear the actors'
Emotion?
true emotions during the scenes that are
guess-
that make the scene. You know, but
I guess
another
you got a
thing is
point.
that the fucking English dub sometimes is so
Cheesy.
so poorly done. They're like, "Hey, what is a guy?" They just sound stupid, bro.
It does, but to me, it feels like that's how they are portraying their voices, the way they're acting in a sense too. But I get what you're saying.
I think they
I'm
did
not
a
like that
decent
guy.
job.
It's gonna be like, yeah, I'm fuck it. I don't care. I like English dub. I don't give a shit what you think. Like, 'cause that's comfortable for me to watch. I don't want to read because I'm part dumb. So
Plus,
like, I really don't
with
want
subtitles, what if they say something you didn't catch it, and it could have been something important, and
Well-
you didn't hear it because you're not willing to read a subtitle?
to. Well, I do have the subtitles up when
That's the main reason
English.
I have it. Yeah.
Yeah, the English dub I still keep the subtitles on, but the Alice in Borderland one I watched, their subtitles were not even right.
It was confusing.
It was very
Yeah.
confusing. It's like you're watching three different things at once. It was weird. Like you're reading three different things, body language and voices. But anyways, we don't want to stick on. This is what I was afraid of. Us doing
This is what we
this.
do. This is what we do.
Okay, so since
So,
your turn,
question.
question.
So, Kourtnie, I know something that you truly subscribe to are conspiracy theories.
Yes.
This is the one I was talking
And
about.
I know that you love talking about them. So I was curious as to what conspiracy theory intrigues you the most.
And why.
Do you really want me to?
This is the question I was
Yes.
talking about,
Talk about
Kourtney.
this
Yes,
shit?
I
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely. Fucking lootly.
I'm talking top tier
Yeah,
conspiracy
the best
theory. You're just
conspiracy.
like, for like, at one point had you like
She's
thinking
about
about
to
it.
pass out right now on camera, guys, because she
Yeah,
loves conspiracies.
I do, and it's like there's so many of them. I don't even know where to start because
What comes to your head right now?
adrenochrome.
The adrenochrome.
Oh, that shit scared me for a
That
minute.
one-
You had me spooked.
I still low key believe it. To be honest
I
with you.
100%. I don't think that these are theories. I don't.
So
I
go
think
into
it's a-
detail
it's a
what it is, real quick.
Conspiracy theories are a string of facts that are, and we come to our own conclusions, but they're also still facts that you
We're
know,
proven.
and shit just gets weird, and there's too many coincidences for me to think that
Not
it's
believe
not.
it.
Yeah.
So
You want me to go into the adrenochrome?
yeah, that's the
one?
point. Yeah, the adrenochrome.
All right, real quick.
Kind of the quick
Basically,
background
famous people drink the blood of babies. I hate saying this shit. I
of
hate
scared
saying it.
children, and
Of-
they
yeah.
in their height of fear, they kill these kids. And they drain their blood because the adrenochrome is like a chemical
Yeah.
that is produced when you're in shock or fear.
Yeah.
And they drink their blood, and it makes them young and beautiful, and all this, and they get all the
I'd
riches.
do it. I would do it.
They also
I drink a baby's blood.
they say
Makes
that
sense.
it gives them like a high too,
Mm-hmm.
but it also and the conspiracies, because I know this is super far fetched. I probably
It
shouldn't
is.
have said this one. But that's like the
But
craziest.
it's on
fucking
YouTube
one.
everywhere.
yeah.
You know, to be
Yeah,
honest with you,
it is. But they say that they like rub it on their skin too.
right? Because it makes them look young. Like
Yeah.
a big one that I heard that does it is Hillary Clinton.
Well, I think
And then was when
That
they're
bitch
Hillary.
when they're deprived of it, like their faces start to like they automatically look super old, like Ellen DeGeneres. DeGeneres.
Oh yeah.
Ellen the
You know,
dentist.
when COVID was a thing and she was locked in, there was conspiracy theories with that conspiracy talking about the adrenochrome, and they're not having access to it like they used to, and they're looking super super old, and you know they don't look all pretty. And,
Well, that or
but
because they didn't
makeup.
have the makeup.
Yeah, that's too.
Yeah.
That's what I think too, though. Like makeup, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
They
so
don't have-
what's like who's behind it? Like you know, what's his name again? Fuck, what's it?
I don't think Epstein. Is that what you're
Epstein.
thinking?
Well, wasn't he like he had the island and
Yeah, but that was the other one.
And
that
all
was
the
not-
head
that one-
honchos?
That one's not a conspiracy either. Like there's documents and
like Bill Gates and shit being involved in that?
I mean there's a lot. There's
Like
a lot
high
there.
The
profile
list is
people.
probably long.
It's like how long do you want me to go?
So
Like,
if for those, I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want people to be intrigued into like the conspiracy, because we're gonna do another probably conspiracy podcast, because we do have our conspiracy 19 on there, and that was
fun. That was cool.
that was a cool one, man. And we talked about a lot of cool theories and conspiracies, and honestly, people really like to listen to those things. So if we come in prepared and on our shit,
yeah, I would love to do that.
I think people would really like it, and that's more to come,
Yeah.
for sure. But that would be the one. It would be your favorite.
that would be the one, and then also the Epstein one too, because I think that one has more credibility, and there's a lot
Right.
of like coverage over that. And then also, recently I came across a theory that was talking about how Epstein was the big thing right before COVID. So what if COVID
Right.
is like this cover up for, yeah.
Like, dude,
I mean,
we
it
gotta
gets
get something
crazy.
off of
Well,
this guy.
yeah, we talked about the vaccine and why I don't believe in it. Why
there's-
I feel like it shouldn't be, a choice. It should be a choice, not you feel like you're almost forced to do it, or or it's divided.
Well, I'm just saying, like that took precedence over. Once COVID came out, nobody was talking about Epstein anymore.
right. It was a distraction.
Yeah.
Which we have
And
distractions
there
all
was-
over us.
But there was like list of flight logs of all these major politicians and these stars, these people in Hollywood that people fucking worship, going to these islands doing God knows what.
Mm-hmm.
And then you tie in human trafficking and all these like kids that are missing. There's like
Millions.
there's like millions of kids that are missing that never been found.
You know what?
Well, where the fuck do they go?
This might be our last podcast, guys. We're gonna go missing.
No, man.
Look, I've been putting this shit out there. This is why I don't post on social media anymore.
Because people always got something to say.
No, not because of that, because I was getting negative with it, and I don't want to portray myself as like this negative person.
Negative Nancy,
Yeah, so I quit posting on social media altogether. Just keep my thoughts to myself.
for sure.
I feel that.
For sure.
Anyways.
So I'm gonna take off this question because you kind of already answered it. So I don't want to
What was
re-ask. What are your life goals? And that's kind of what
Oh,
we've already talked
yeah.
about. Okay, so this one, what do you want to be remembered for? And you have to answer this
Oh
question.
man,
You have to answer this question.
Yeah, you have to.
You can't
I
give me
would-
some BS bullshit. Real
so
thought.
one of these days when
raw.
I'm dead, I would want my nieces and nephews and potential children and the people in my family to just remember me as somebody that they could always come to, like for comfort, and to always be there for them.
Someone that was always the backbone for them.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
somebody that was always there for them, that loved them, that
Well-
showed them true love and
Yeah.
acceptance, and they could always come to me for a safe place.
Well, I will say this, Kourtnie, being around you and your family for 2.5 years and seeing the dynamic of what you do, the responsibilities you take on, and you do it gladly. You know, it's not like you do these things because you feel like you're forced to do it. I know you do these things because you want to.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're on the right track of what you want to do, what you want to be remembered for. Especially, you know, you want to be remembered for the people that you care about and that care about you. Fuck everybody else, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we have this podcast because we want people to resonate and connect to the things that we say, and hopefully change the minds of others and uplift those that are, you know, just want entertainment. You know, because that's how we get through every day. You know, whatever people's vices are, you know, that's what we do, no matter what it might be. So this is more of a positive vice that we try to implement, and I think, I think that's a good answer. I think that's
Thank you.
very wise of you.
Yeah, I respect that answer a lot.
Well, it's the truth.
I know it is. Well, since he only has his 5 questions, I'm gonna ask you one more,
Okay.
and then we'll go back to Sebastian here. And
That's fucked up. Dude.
we already confirmed this before in the beginning of the podcast. People heard. All right. So, do you have a specific moment in your life you would want to relive?
Oh,
And why would you want to relive that?
that could be like really sad.
Well, I mean,
Let's hear it.
it's gonna
bro.
get sad later too. So
It's gonna get even fucking sadder.
yeah, we're gonna make you
dude.
cry.
I don't want to cry on the podcast.
You won't.
Dude, that'd be awesome if
we-
you cried at the podcast. You might make me cry, man.
Don't cry.
No.
None of y'all cry.
Let's all fucking cry.
Can we just skip that one?
No, we can't. But this is Do you see the sign here, Kourtnie?
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
what we're about.
All right, then I would want to relive a portion of my life with my dad around.
Okay, we'll stop it there.
Thank you.
It makes me.
I don't think you. Wait. Why? No.
Fuck off. I'm already getting teary.
It
Oh,
makes
no, I'm
it makes
sorry.
me second guess the question now. that we're-
Nah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Honestly, because
I get emotional easy.
Well, as rightfully so.
I'm
I
already
think-
tearing up.
I think it'll be good.
I think it will be too.
Nobody's ever asked me that before.
Well,
Damn
you've
it.
just been asked it, and I think,
All right, well, let me ask.
and
a
I feel like
question
that's
then
what
to
your answer
kinda-
was going to be.
Yeah.
to ease the tension. a
Yeah,
little
go
bit.
ahead and ask your question.
So I was about to make a joke one, but I don't want to say. it.
Just say it, bro.
No.
That's not pure, bro.
No, I really have one. I'm not gonna do the joke one, but I'll tell you what it was later.
Okay.
But
Sorry, folks.
It wasn't the wiping your ass.
No. So I know you read a lot, so I was just curious if you have like a favorite author or a favorite book.
Yeah. Not a favorite book because I love books and I think that I need to read them all before I pick one. But Dolores Cannon right now is my favorite author.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dolores
Yeah.
Cannon. Yeah. You
She's awesome.
haven't talked about her much recently, but
Well, I was gonna
haven't-
say to anyone who may have not have listened to the podcast where you did discuss her, can you like maybe explain
Yeah.
to?
yeah.
Dolores Cannon was a hypnotherapist, and she hypnotized people and spoke to their subconscious levels. I think they just call it subconscious. And she would talk about, she got started with the past life regressions, and then it sprung off from there to other worldly type shit, which I
Right.
really get into. Of course, I'm a conspiracy type person, so of course I'm gonna get into those. But
Oh yeah, we will. We got.
they talk about what's on the other side a lot, like what's after death and what it's like, and I love it, and I think that it's really cool, and I think it's what I imagined and what I always believed would be the afterlife. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's really fucking cool.
Definitely.
Do you
I
have
love her.
a favorite book of hers at least?
Yeah. Shout out.
She has, well, I'm on the spot, so I forget. The Convoluted Universe. There's four volumes, but these are long ass books. So I don't expect anybody to ever read them. But she's on YouTube too. If anybody ever wanted, she's dead now, which is really sad. Makes me want to cry.
R.I.P. Dolores.
Yeah, she was an older lady, but the Convoluted Universe is what I'm gonna say.
Awesome.
Any
Yeah.
one of those, you
Well,
can jump right in.
You know, me and Kourtnie do talk a lot about like her interest and the stuff you've told me. Like honestly, before we got together, I will say this: I was a non-believer of a lot of things because I'm more of the type of person that I see it, then I'll believe it. Like I saw a UFO, and I will go to that
She
to my grave.
also-
So I believe in aliens 100% now.
She also did like UFO.
That's what I'm saying.
Investigations and
Yeah.
stuff too. She has got books
But-
about that.
aside from that, I'm just saying you've like converted me to a lot of things that I would have done before, and in a positive way. Like, remember last podcast I was talking about pollution. I never would have brought up pollution. I think now
into a hippie.
I wouldn't say I feel like I've always had a hippie inside me.
Yeah.
He's inside me right now. He's in my asshole.
Cool.
He just lives up there.
Well, I'll say like I consider myself atheist for a long time.
I've never been an atheist though.
I would say I truly I
personally.
thought that there was a higher power, but I didn't know how to explain it, and that's why I love Dolores, because she's not even fucking the one saying this shit. Like, she's speaking to subconscious levels of random ass people, and they're all saying the same shit. And that's what I think is so cool, because all of everything that they say connects, and they're all saying the same similar things, and then she builds upon that, and she can ask different questions and stuff, and it's just really cool.
I just think, dude, to me, hypnosis is such a hard thing for me to wrap my mind around. It's just so hard to even believe.
I've
really
been
is.
hypnotized
That's
once.
possible.
What was your
Really?
experience?
Yeah, I was. So Marcus knows I was in therapy for a while, and I've been in and out of therapy a couple different times. Not often, but
Yeah,
there's
she's not
been-
crazy or nothing. She's not.
She's
Not
not cuckoo.
really.
For
Not
Cocoa
really.
Puffs.
Not really, but my therapist, and her name is Asha, and she's my favorite, and I think that like she is the fucking therapist for me. Like, everybody needs an Asha in their life, but
She seems like a nice woman.
she is, and one of my sessions, she was like, I was telling her about Dolores because I was like obsessed, and I was just like telling her all about it, and she was like, I am being licensed to hypnotize now. Like, would you want to do that? And I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
right. Yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, you just unplugged my headphone.
Keep talking.
Wait, so you were instantly on board with it?
Yeah, of course. Well, I was actually looking into a hypnotherapist anyways. I want to do past life regression, but she doesn't do that type yet. Like, she's very like right now just surface level. So she was like, okay, we'll do it. You want to do it now? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. We can do it. So basically it was like, it's like a deeper, it's how she explained it was, it's a trance. She was like, you go into trance all the time. Like, if you're ever driving and you get to your destination faster than you realize, or you just get lost in playing video games or music, or if you're reading a book, like different things like that.
Like your surroundings kind of narrow.
Yeah, like
you
you
just focus on one thing.
get engulfed, and
Right.
and that's how she explained to me as how hypnosis is. And I remember I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. I don't even care about your explanation. I just want to do it. Just say I've done it. So it's basically like a deeper relaxation state than meditating. So it was just like a level deeper, but I know that you can get deeper than that. So
Wait,
I'm interested in that.
Is that like people give you commands like every time you?
In 3 seconds,
Well, I'll
you will
tell
be
you-
asleep.
Well,
like-
it wasn't like that. It was,
How was it?
she had me sit back and relax, and then she was talking to me, like having me take deep breaths and stuff like that, and just focus on like, it was literally just like how you meditate, but it was deeper. And I remember at one point she asked me to shake my head, and I was like, you can still hear her, you still like know what's going on. I could feel like the air from the air conditioning and everything. Like, I
Right.
still had all my senses. But when she asked me to like shake my head, yes, it was like really fucking hard for me to do it. And at the end, I was like, did I shake my head? And she was like, yeah, you did. She's like, that's like your subconscious levels like are still there. Your body's still gonna cooperate, but that's how I know, because she could see that I was struggling to do it, but I still did it.
Right.
So I don't remember, like I knew that I was trying, but it was like I felt like it was barely noticeable for her. But she said it was fine. It was cool.
So what did you get out of it?
Yeah. Like, what did you learn?
What she wanted to do with me, I wanted her to help me quit smoking, but I don't think that she knew how to do that one yet,
Yeah.
because she's still new to this stuff. So we just did one for anxiety, and it helped my anxiety.
Good.
Basically, just like it. And what she was saying in it, because I remember everything she said, what she was saying was like, when you get to, basically you can control your heart level, like how when I have anxiety, everybody's different, but usually your heart's going to start racing.
Right.
And if you can control your heart racing, then you can control your anxiety.
Right.
So she was having me like make my heart speed up and then slow down. Which
I mean,
was,
breathing helps with like
Yeah.
your heart rate and lowering your heart rate and stuff
Yeah.
too.
it does.
Yeah. So
But basically, I mean, that's the gist of it. It was pretty cool. That was like a half-hour experience, and
no, that's cool. That's good.
I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I remember I came out, was like, dude, Marcus, Asha just hypnotized me. It was really cool. Because it was so random. Like, it was just something that came up, and then
No, I've always wanted to be hypnotized because I've seen someone being hypnotized. Remember, well, you know Nathan, right? Our friend Nathan, his dad he told me his dad got hypnotized and he was doing some crazy shit, like
I don't
some
necessarily
random
believe that shit.
stupid shit that he would never would have done before. But I guess he was rapping or something. It was like on a vacation and he got hypnotized on stage and then he was like rapping or something.
Up on stage like, yo, is it bad?
I think that's it. I don't know.
Half asleep, like, man, I'm fucking the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
On spaghetti.
That's amazing.
I mean,
he was just like phenomenal.
Right.
I think a lot of that stuff might just be for a show, though.
That's what I'm thinking
honestly,
too, though. That's I'm a naysayer on that one.
It takes time, and
That's a no for me.
not everybody can be hypnotized.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody can be comfortable enough to allow somebody to take control of you like that. So
For sure.
you've really got to submit yourself to that person and trust that person. And it takes sessions, like it's not always just one right off the bat. Like, I probably could have and should have talked to her about doing it more often or doing more. Like, she told me there's different kinds that we could do, like anxiety for test taking and shit like that, because I had my exam coming up. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think that a lot of that shit is just for show. So
Yeah, I agree. I think it is too. But, it's for show entertainment and people, whatever.
I don't know
If it got Nathan's dad to rap on stage and
But he seems
Power
like
to
the
it.
guy. He's the type of guy that you would never imagine doing that, though. You know what I mean?
yeah, it'd be funny as fuck to see.
It would be hilarious. So it's just that's why I don't know.
What if you could
maybe.
what if you could hypnotize someone to like kill someone?
Why would you go there?
you would.
Like you're just half asleep, you're just like
Why always act it? Act it out.
I'm glad you did. Is that how you would sound if I stabbed you?
All right, so I'm gonna ask one more
Anyway.
question because again, you didn't come prepared. I'm just kidding.
I came prepared.
I'm just kidding. I was just giving you shit.
I came prepared. I came and then I prepared myself.
I don't
all
want to
right,
hear this in
so-
my headset.
What?
I said I don't want to hear this in my headset.
Oh. Anyways, all right. I'm not gonna ask you this one. I'm gonna save this one for after that question because it's kind of a piggyback on it. Okay.
Do you know my last question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have to get the wording right for it, but anyways, I don't want.
No, I was talking
time.
about my last question, not that question that you're gonna ask.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I remember what it says. So, okay, this one's mainly just to understand about. This is more of like a relationship question.
Okay.
Oh man, I hate this question. So
Actually, Sebastian, you should just leave. So,
I'm outies.
okay, so what is the most important lesson you've learned from your past relationships?
I would say what not to put up with.
Go into more detail on that.
I'm a very loyal person, like loyal to a fault. And I've learned from my past relationships that there's a lot of shit that nobody has to deal with. So I think that, and I know I've done it to you a lot. I've put up a lot of walls for you. So
Well, especially in the first half of our relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to prove to you that I liked you. You had
Yeah.
to convince you that you thought that I was
Yeah.
like really wanted to be with you.
well, I feel like I've been taken advantage of in my past and used, and I mean, I just don't ever want to put myself through that shit again. And like I said, I'm loyal to a fault, so I would stay even when I know that I should have left, and
Right.
I would regret it, and I just don't ever want to do that again. So I had to set boundaries for myself to not be taken advantage of and know what a person's real intent is with me.
Yeah, because
you know?
some people use others in a relationship just to be there, not even
Yeah.
for just the love of that person. It's more of just a comfortability thing, you know.
That some people don't want to be alone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody really wants to be alone. To be honest with you,
I do.
You know, no, you don't, Kourtnie. I
I
think
like
you like
being
your.
alone.
I think you like your free time.
I do, but I'm not afraid to be alone either. And
Right.
a lot of
That's
people
the
are.
thing, is
a
not
lot
being
of people
afraid.
are afraid to be by themselves, and I'm not one of those people. Like, I'm okay. I'll be content. And I'll take care of myself. And
Yeah, I gotta like beg you to come over sometimes. Just
Yeah.
please, I'm alone. I'm lonely.
Come spoon me.
Yeah, please. She's like, "Ugh, I don't know, Marcus.
I
Maybe.
got shit to do, man.
I got houses to sell, homie.
I'm on the grind right now, man. You better do a spoon yourself, boo.
no, I have to DoorDash.
Oh yeah,
I need to pay my bills.
it's true.
So,
It's a struggle right now.
Yeah, I would say that is the biggest thing, and like I said, just knowing what somebody's intent is.
Yeah, for
So-
sure. Yeah, no, I like your answer. So who's been your best boyfriend then?
Probably my next one.
That was a good answer, actually.
No,
On to the next.
Marcus is my favorite.
Your
Obviously.
favorite? What does that mean?
That's what you
just
said.
asked
That's what you.
me.
Who's your
I'm not
favorite?
your best.
You're my best and my favorite. It's
Yes.
the same thing.
All around.
How did I know that you were going to ask this?
I don't know.
fucking knew that you were going to ask
Of course
that.
I
So,
was.
out of all your boyfriends, who's the alpha?
Yeah, who's
Who
the
was
best?
the best?
Is it the one with the BMW or the others that didn't have BMW?
Yeah, they had what? Priuses? Not even that.
No.
Toyota Camrys, 1992s?
One of them didn't even have a car. So
Yeah, they don't even have cars. They have fucking shopping carts.
they had my car. Steal it. So there's that.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay, Sebastian, ask your question, then I have a piggyback question on that one.
Okay, so
Okay.
in your life, in retrospect, what would you consider as something that has guided you or assisted you the most with like your spiritual growth? Like, I guess looking back like 10 years ago, compared comparison to who you are now, like, what do you think has
What,
helped
like,
you?
Hard times, honestly. I know, like we've talked about it before on the podcast, but I've gone through a lot of like depression phases in my life where I don't think that for a long time I felt like it was a roller coaster, but I think I was always depressed, like no matter what, every fucking day. You can have good days and bad days, but I had a lot of bad days for a long time.
Yeah.
And there came a point in my life where I was tired of myself and being down, and I didn't want to be that way anymore. And I think that I had to search within and find out, like, not filling myself with happiness of outside sources of other people and experiences and doing things. It was more of like, what do I need to do? So I'd start journaling and stuff like that, and that really pushed me. And then I would start meditating. I used to only meditate like when I was trying to go to sleep, and then I decided like I have to make this intentional, otherwise like I'm just falling asleep, you know.
Right.
So, and then Dolores Cannon, when I found her, and I don't even remember how I found her, but I think that's really catapulted it even more.
Right.
I think I've always been spiritual, but I didn't know which route to take and what was right. And you've got all these sources and books, and everybody has an opinion, but which one's the right for you?
Right.
You know. So
yeah, for sure.
when I found that, I was like, okay, this is it. This is the one.
Yeah, and I think, my piggyback question to that, because you did mention that you meditate, and that's been something that's helped you, get to that emotional, like during that emotional growth. But kind of to go to micro, what has meditation done for your emotional growth? Just meditation, and for those that curious about how meditation works, what do you think it's done for you?
It's helped with my depression and my anxiety a lot, which was like debilitating in my everyday life, the anxiety part especially. And I think that it's made me a calmer person in general. I think I'm not as reactive. And this is just the last couple months. I think that you are probably the person that notices the most.
Well, yeah,
out of anybody.
Honestly,
I feel like I'm not as reactive. Like there's a choice that you have within yourself. Like, what are you going to let rattle you? If you have inner peace, and there's not a lot of shit on the outside world that can ruin that for you. So that's what I think it's done for me.
That's good. No, meditation is a hard thing to do, though.
It is. It's a discipline.
You have to be disciplined, and it's an art in a sense
You
to
got to
be
make
good at
yourself
it.
do it. Like there's times when I meditate and I'm like fighting myself to not look at how long I've been doing it. And I'm just like, when you push it away, it's like smoking a cigarette or like trying to quit smoking and shit. Like you just gotta resist your urges to open your eyes, like stay where you're at.
Just be in tune with yourself,
Yeah.
and don't let any outside distractions take that away from your zone.
I used to do a lot of guided meditations, but I've kind of resorted to just doing it on my own. Like, and it doesn't even have to be quiet. Like, there's times like before I would go out and DoorDash, I would sit in my car for 10 minutes. I'd put a timer on and just sit there and meditate to nothing, And I'm just like not really paying attention to anything, just like being an observer rather than interacting with what I'm observing.
Well, I also think too with meditation is people might not know that they meditate at all, but you are meditating in a sense, when you're just kind of in your thoughts and you're just kind of relaxed, or if you listen to some music, I feel like you can still meditate under, while you're listening
There's
to
different
whatever.
Types.
Yeah. So I think that is a form of meditation for people, and you might not know that, and that you do these are like triggers for people that get upset and they do things to calm themselves down. That's almost in a sense a form of their meditation. Now, meditation is what it is, but we also distract ourselves.
Yeah, there's definitely different forms.
Our attentions to things to get us away from our negative thoughts and our negative. That's why even like for me at least, like doing this podcast and like getting all the equipment and set up, that's been in like almost a meditation for me in a sense, like to distract me, because my head is towards like a passion of something, or like a mindset towards something, not just work and a monotony of that every day, because that does get very negative and routine and like, fuck, this sucks. I hate it. It's whatever, I'm on the phone all day talking to people I don't give a shit about, and not saying that they're bad people, but like just the monotonous of every day all the time, it can get to you sometimes. I have good days, I have bad days, as we all, so I do things to distract myself, and they were more like I used to play video games a lot, because that would distract me, when I had the time. But I also don't think that's a healthy outlet all the time. Anything in moderation, as we always say. And it's okay to do those things, But I think doing this as a whole, and it's not just a podcast. This is something I want to possibly make into a career. After talking to Toy last night, there's opportunities, and I'm like more excited about the future, like what it holds for me, as long as I keep that narrow path and be adamant. And I think the biggest thing is like don't quit. And I've never been a believer of like writing down your goals.
Yeah.
But you should, because it does help. It absolutely helps. Like I've been writing down what I want to do, and it's been motivating me the days that I are feeling like down and like unmotivated. And you see it, and you wrote that, and then that's your mindset. You will be adamant in getting that shit done. And manifesting, that is, I feel like we're very powerful creatures, and manifesting is a very powerful tool for us. Did you have something to say? Because I thought you were about to say something. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No.
I would say
I went on a rant there. I'm sorry.
I don't want to like downplay manifestation, but I think that what it comes down to is like when you're writing that stuff down, or when you're thinking about it and you're making small actions towards it every day.
Yeah.
Like you're physically moving it into your favor for that to happen for you.
Yeah.
It's not like you. When people talk about manifestation, they're not saying like if you
Just
write this down
or think
3
it.
times a day, like if you do this so many times, or you think about this, or you say this mantra or whatever, like this thing's just going to fall into your life. That's not how that works.
No.
It's you're putting yourself in situations where these experiences and these potential, I can't think of the word right now, but it'll come if you put yourself out there in the right environment. You're going to get the advantage that you want in that particular.
Here's a good thing about the way I can explain it, how I understand it is, I don't believe in luck. In a way, I believe that you put yourself.
Yeah, you do.
No,
because you think I get lucky every time we play darts.
Except darts. Everything else,
kidding.
you don't get lucky. No, but as I was saying, I don't really believe in luck. I just believe that you've trained yourself, you've put yourself in the right situations. That luck tends to sway people's way that are prepared.
Yeah.
In circumstances that might come awry, like it might come to you, you grab it because you're at the right moment, right time, because you've prepared yourself, you've put yourself through the ringer to what to expect. And some people do get lucky, but they've also prepared themselves for that single moment. So that's when training and doing things over and over, mastering whatever craft you want to do, that's where luck comes into play in a sense.
Luck really is just preparation with opportunity is all that luck is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like manifestation, in my opinion, is what it is essentially like if you want to focus on running more, what you go and do is you go buy a pair of running shoes and you put it in a location where you see them every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And then that remind yourself that I need to go running.
Right.
And that's all really manifestation, in my opinion, is.
Right.
It's just, especially when you write it down, like you're making it real. Like this is what I have to do.
Exactly.
I think I get a little irritated when I hear manifestation now, because TikTok has TikTok and social media in general, there's this like fad, this trend that's going on where everybody's like manifest, and if you do this, and
if you say it, it'll happen.
They're on fucking TikTok saying I listened to this mantra today and I randomly got $1,000 in my bank account. Bitch, you worked for that. Yeah. That's your fucking paycheck.
Right. Yeah,
like you're not. Yeah. This shit just don't fall in your lap. Like you literally have to work for it. And I think a lot of people get discouraged when they hear about manifestation because they're not doing the right steps to it. These people make it look so easy. Like, oh, I just got this check and I just got this. My manifestations are coming true. These people are working for it.
Right.
If those things really did happen for them.
Yeah, I guess manifestation is kind of used too loosely.
Yeah,
in a sense.
I believe in. I read that a book. I can't remember what it's called right now. It doesn't matter, but I read it, and they were talking about, it was Abraham Hicks, and he's like a somebody that comes in, and he's like a subconscious or something like that. That people go into these meditations and they speak to this guy or whatever, and he breaks it down and talks about how the steps to manifestation, and it's literally like writing it down and then doing small movements towards it every day, you know. And I think a lot of people have this misconception that manifesting is just saying these mantras or whatever and not actually following up and following through with anything. Like, you're just slowly working towards that goal.
You can't just wake up every morning and go, I want a Lamborghini.
Right.
I will have a Lamborghini.
And
then you just go and play video games all day.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's not manifestation.
Unless you're like a streamer who's a fucking amazing at the game or something.
That's just dreaming.
But that's different. That's a
my
whole
opinion.
different story.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's just dreaming. Like you're it's like a pipe dream or something.
Another thing I wanted to say about meditating for me is that when over time what happens is what happens is I can look forward to the positive and the good things that happen more often than, it's like training your brain. Instead of letting all this negative shit get me down all the time, it allows me to enjoy the good things that are happening already. And it's the little shit, you know, like going to Camden's birthday party today. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Like last year, I had a fucking
you were
panic attack.
Yeah, I do remember now.
Yeah.
Like more, you and your sister both were.
Yeah, super anxious.
Yeah, and I could see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I could tell.
And it's the same situation, same people this year, but it's different for me now. Like I actually enjoyed it instead of feeling like a fucking control freak the whole time.
Right. That was progress.
It is.
Progress, man. That's awesome.
It is. I'm happy about it. I think everybody should do it. And I wish, but I also understand that there's different ways for everybody to do these things. Like Sebastian, we've talked about you. I'm always on your ass about meditating, and you say that you do, and I was like, no, that's not meditating.
Right.
Maybe that is meditating for you.
Right, yeah.
So I'm not going to put you down for that.
Right.
So
See, look, I helped you out.
if that works for you, then I want you to fucking do it. I want everybody to be happy and find their peace.
No, I think no, I think that's
This is why I don't talk.
Why? Because you say awesome, insightful things?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Right, just because you just make complete sense and we just ramble about dicks for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like
you know what? This whole thing was a bad idea. Let's
yeah.
cut.
We're done, guys. Sorry.
I feel like I get serious.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I mean,
who cares?
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I go in rants too and just start talking randomly. I mean, I think that because I'm very controlling in a sense, and I'd be like, I don't know.
I'd be like,
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say this. Yeah. So, anyways, I think we're kind of at the point now where it's slowly coming to a tail end, and I don't know how this question is gonna go. I mean,
How long
just
have we been
because
doing this?
like 50 minutes.
Okay.
So
all right.
it's time to wrap it up. We're trying to make our podcast a little bit shorter so people
Why are you looking at me like
can
that?
actually
I don't
watch to
know.
the end. And Sebastian, he came to me with this question, and
Okay.
and to see if this is something.
Are
that
you guys
we
nervous
should
about
ask?
the question?
yeah.
Yeah, I am.
You're making me nervous.
And
I just didn't know if I should even ask it, but it was
Yeah,
something
but-
that just was like, I just want to know. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you get uncomfortable with it,
well, I feel like I already know the answer to it.
We'll try.
Which is why I didn't want to ask it.
just work with us, man. Oh, jeez. No,
Okay, so the last and final question, and this is gonna probably hit home.
is
but
how
again,
big is Marcus's dick?
Just say
kidding.
say something unrealistic, like 1 inch or like 20 inches.
Is this the question?
No.
No, it's not.
This is
It's
You'll
not.
it's for me to know and you to
find out.
Maybe someday find out.
That's a good answer. Good answer.
You're
All right,
welcome.
so okay, I'm afraid to ask this question.
I
to be
can
honest
literally
with you.
feel my heart beating right now. Like,
Me too.
There's
not-
so much.
It's really not that bad.
Once you hear it,
Okay.
you may be like, oh, really?
Yeah,
But then
okay.
again, you may not. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really
Okay.
not that bad. It truly isn't.
All right.
But okay, so here I'm gonna go. So if your dad was still alive, what's the first thing you say to him?
I love you.
Okay, let me change this
I miss
question.
you.
That's
what the
it.
fuck happened?
Yeah, what would you? Okay, if you were to sit down with him today, and he was gone for this time, and he showed up.
What would you want to?
What would you
want
wanna
to
talk to him
What
about?
would you
Yeah.
really like? I got so much to tell you. Like, what's
Right. What would be like the conversation?
I
How
think
would
that
that go?
honestly, what I would ask him is like, what would you have told me if you could? Like, what's your advice? In my life.
And how I'm doing, and
Yeah. Like the questions that you would want to ask your dad.
Maybe all the answers to the questions that you've answered to us. Maybe that's what you would talk about in a sense.
What do you mean?
Like what we talked about in this podcast is kind of what you guys would talk about, like how you've been and what you've been doing and how you've progressed and
Probably.
what you believe in and the interests you have and everything wrapped into one. That's kind of how this podcast was. I feel like people know you a lot more now. You know that have watched the probably 40 people, 20 people watch the video. You'll know more about Kourtnie and soon about us in a little more depth.
Hopefully they listen to our other podcasts because I talk.
No,
Sometimes.
you absolutely do, but
Sometimes.
You do. I just think.
I think you talk plenty, honestly.
I think so too, and I think the way our podcast is designed is that I kind of in the moderator and the host, whatever you want to call a host, I guess, and you guys are my co-hosts that carry me in your guys' ways. You guys bring unique things to this podcast as do I, but we all do it in our own way, and I think we all have our different personalities that I think blend well together.
Kourtnie's the brains, you're the charisma, I'm the guy who talks about dicks.
No, I think you bring like the light-hearted humor, funny shit that makes it funny to me, in my opinion. So I think this is a perfect combination. That's why I think it's just pure, man. Effin Pure, baby.
Well, I'm glad that question didn't get
turned south.
You know what else I would ask? I'd be like, I still call him Daddy, like in my head, because I was like young when it happened.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Daddy, do you approve of Marcus?
Ooh, do you think he would?
Do you think he would?
Yeah,
man, that's a better question to ask.
He would.
You think your dad would approve
Well,
of me?
I'm not gonna. The one fucking chance I get to talk
He'd
to
be
my
like,
dad.
actually, no.
I'm not gonna make it about you.
Right? Yeah.
Stupid.
No. Well, now that you brought it up, I want
like-
to ask you the question.
Well, I don't know. It's like situational. Like, did he watch my whole life? Am I gonna ask him, like, am I grounded? Like, how many ass whoopings do you owe me? Like, did I
you
fuck
think he's
up?
cute?
Yeah. Do you think
he's cute?
my boyfriend's cute?
Yeah. Do you like him? Do you like his car?
He's got a BMW, by the way.
Yeah. He
People like-
probably like my car.
He'd be like,
would,
we
for
need
sure.
to put
Some more. They're already
some
at 20.
hydraulics on it.
They're already
and
fucking 20s on
some
22s.
underglow and some hydraulics. He'd have to pimp you out. You'd need a system.
I don't think I could do all that.
My
to
dad
The
owned
radio
a,
that when
my
you push the
babe.
button, the radio pops.
Yeah, but he had a business.
like fucking pimp my ride.
He had a business. It was car audio and hydraulics. It was called
Nice.
Custom Dreams.
Oh,
So
that's
he
cool.
was super into cars and shit. And
Oh yeah,
that's like one of my dreams too. Is I want to like reopen that in his honor. But
that'd be cool. That'd
Yeah.
actually be awesome
Oh yeah.
if you could do
I don't
that.
know. I mean, that would be. I'd be like, what the fuck? Where you been?
Right.
Hey,
What's up?
Subby.
this is awkward.
Yeah, it's been
Oh,
how long?
God. A long time. It was,
I mean, honestly, like, and this comes back to like the spirituality shit. Like, I feel him around me all the time. So
Right.
I don't feel like he's ever really left.
Well, that's what my mom says too about my grandfather.
It's true,
Like being
and
like she feels him still.
You ask for
you
a
know?
sign, you're gonna get one.
Yeah,
Like it's
for
happened.
sure.
probably, I'm not saying you do, but I don't know. I feel like I would probably still have conversations with him in my head, probably
I do.
every day.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, for
I do.
sure.
Maybe not every day is like much anymore, but like I definitely do. Like especially in like my hardest times, like man, what the fuck do I do?
Right.
Like what give me something.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's good to have. People, we'll never forget those people. You know what I mean? Like those will always be in our memories, and kind of like the last episode of Midnight Gospel.
Yeah.
Like their love carries on in you, and it will in your future.
And
Seeds.
that's the one thing I loved about Midnight Gospel the most was that last episode, because they were also saying it hit me so much different. It's like you're gonna pass the way that you were loved, you're gonna pass that love on to other people,
Right.
and that's how people live through
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a
And,
beautiful
and it's like
message.
generational. It's like from years and years and years in a sense. Like traditions.
Yep.
How traditions are, it's like how they carry over. It's the same type of love.
Yep.
So I thought this podcast went really well. And I'm very happy about this one. And I hope you guys are as well. I hope you guys like and subscribe and join the bandwagon, because it's coming. And we're going to be coming out with more podcasts and hits and more guests. Well, she's not a guest. She's one of us. But we'll have guests and stuff like this and do podcasts like this. Because this is, honestly, we're like the original. This is the original Three Amigos. This is what we do. It's just us three just talking about shit like this.
Yeah.
And that's what we started as, and that's what we want to still keep. So I think that's still going to be a thing, and that's what we really want to do, because I feel like we bring a lot of insightful.
I want to ask
cool
for
stuff to talk
fucking
about.
feedback. Like, can y'all tell us if you like us or not? And
Well, I mean, someone commented on our last video. one with Gary. You know, that was pretty nice of them.
What'd
the
they
only
say?
comment. Go check it out.
Well,
For
we'll
yourself.
do
No, I
shout
don't-
outs.
And we'll do shout outs for
If
people.
you guys have questions,
Absolutely.
like, you know,
You guys
give us some
questions.
feedback. It really helps. It helps people find us.
Yeah, it helps grow the
And-
channel, helps spread more of our message. And if you guys like us, you show your friends and family. And
It makes us feel better too.
yeah, it makes me feel better about doing this. Because I don't do this just for us. I do it to spread a message and get out, connect to you guys. You know, that's the point of doing this. And you know, it's such an easy outlet nowadays because of technology and what you can do. And I think there's not a whole bunch of podcasts out there that I feel are like this, you know, realistically, because I've done my research. You know, if you guys find a podcast that's similar to this, show me, because I could get an inspiration or possibly, you know, collab with other people in the future. So, yeah. Do you have anything to say, Sebastian?
Um,
No, you're
go suck a dick. No, I'm just kidding. I guess no. Well, since this was about Kourtnie, I guess Kourtnie, I would have to say, you know, I think you're a really down to earth person, a very exceptional friend, just a overall cool person. I trust you a lot, and I really enjoy talking to you.
Thanks.
And you dig my daughter, which is cool.
I love Kia.
But
Yeah.
I just hopefully like down the line, depending who knows what's gonna happen. But I think I really hope that we can always remain friends, and I really enjoy having you in my life. You know.
We will.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's it.
I'll always be with Marcus.
All right.
We're
No, we're
married
gonna break up
without-
after this podcast.
We're basically married without being married, so you're stuck with me.
No, you're not. We're not married because you don't live here. Once you live here, then we'll be married again.
We're married anyways. Shut up.
True.
You're stuck with me forever. So Sebastian, you're stuck with me too. So.
Sweet.
Well, you know how it is. I guess I'll say it. Test negative. Stay positive.
You fucked it up though. You usually say stay positive, test negative. What the fuck?
Test positive. Stay negative, baby. No, seriously though. We really appreciate you guys watching this long. If you have, go like and subscribe if you want. It is what it is, and more hits will be coming your way.